Hello everybody, Dokkan Assets here. Today we are back for another episode of rebuilding the assets. I am so excited every time I get back into doing this series. It's always an absolute blast. Thank you guys so much for being patient. I'm sure the first question on your mind before who are we doing today, which you can probably tell by the assets on the screen, is what happened to Turles, bro? Because you teased that a little while ago. Turles is unfortunately gonna have to be on the back burner for a while because I was gonna do Gogeta, right? Because I was doing Turles and then Gogeta came out. I was like, okay, I'll do him, and then this came out, and now we have a bunch of new stuff in Dokkan. So I don't know. I might try and play a little bit catch up. That Turles video will come eventually because I already spent a lot of time on it. I could basically make 2 parts out of that video at this point. So eventually, Turles will come, but since Mira is still kind of relevant here, and also one of you actually suggested this to me on Twitter. I apologize, I do not remember, and I can't find the tweet. If you know who you are, put it in the comment section below, and I'll pin your tweet, or pin your comment, rather. I apologize, I looked for the tweet before the episode, but I couldn't find it. But anyway, we're going to be rebuilding Super Mira today. Specifically this scene of Super Mira. I wanted to do this one kind of, but at the same time, like, the problem with this one is that he's like all blue and glowy, and it's like, you can tell who he is if you're a Dragon Ball fan, but like, I mean, obviously you wouldn't know who this is unless you're a Dragon Ball fan, but like, I don't know, this just feels more Mira to me, and I feel like not only will this render be more useful to people, it's also just like more, I don't know, appropriate because it's the regular colored in Mira. You can question my logic all you want in the comment section, but that is what we're going to be rebuilding today. Actually, I don't think this one will be that hard, but we will have to see because I usually eat my words when it comes to this series. We do have a couple of asset sheets here. I know it kind of looks like a lot, but realistically, it's not too bad. It was just spread out from a bunch of different sheets, and I'm already seeing actually some things that I'm gonna have to go back and crop later, Mira's legs being one of them. But I'll go ahead and go over all these different pieces in a little bit once we actually put the boy together. Some of the other things that you're seeing here are obviously from the blue Mira, right? When he's transforming, like this particular one, right, is from the blue transformation scene, right, where all the light is engulfing him. Some of it is also from where he's grabbing Toa, right? A couple of those assets are there as well. So let's go ahead and drag everything we need into our canvas. Okay, so we have the majority of everything in here. I believe what we're just going to do now is we're gonna put everything together that we have and then worry about the missing pieces later. We're basically gonna go from the top down. There is one thing though that I wanted to show you that's kind of interesting about this essay. If we hop over to it on the old YouTube channel here, the most interesting thing about this essay, I think, is that a lot of Mira's pieces that are in this section of the video are actually full assets, even though they're cut off, which is cool because Dokkan typically didn't put those in. By the way, if you hear this tapping sound, that's me going through the frames of the video. So here's what's interesting, right? Mira actually has some closed fist hands, but they are for this. This looks like a very monkey-esque pose. I guess it kind of fits considering he's going monkey mode. But then we have those hands, right, which are like the sort of semi-open hands. And then as it zooms out, it's the open palms. So we're going to be doing the open palms. But the one thing that is really cool about this set of assets is that this is probably, all things considered, one of the more simpler rebuilding the assets that I've done, just because of the fact that it's literally just reassembling the pieces. You don't have to remake the face. You don't have to remake, you know, specific parts of the body. It's literally just rebuilding it. And the cool thing that you could do is that obviously if you wanted to rebuild these specific scenes, right, you have all the arm pieces to do that. But theoretically, you could take these closed fist hands and add them to Mira's arms here if you wanted to do, you know, more like a static pose for Mira. So I think that is pretty cool. If you guys do want to try and give this a shot for yourself, I am only going to be doing the one pose of Mira today, though. I know our canvas is also super huge. It's because it is actually the canvas that we use for the map. I would love to do another one of those, but I might do a couple of like map episodes on their own, because those are obviously like super easy to do, considering that it's like literally just doing a puzzle when it comes to that. All right, so let's start building here. We're gonna keep our reference image of Mira right. We'll worry about the arms last, I suppose, so let's just kind of put them there. It's hard because, like, I want to see my layers, but at the same time, I also don't want to put it over my tools, you know what I mean? So we're going to keep the... Actually, that fits pretty well, all things considered. All right. Grab the boy there. This is going to go under. We'll have to see. That'll be, like, literally the bottom layer, so we don't really have to worry about that. This piece will... Does this go over the coat or under? Or rather, under the, what would you even call that? Like a waist? Cover? I'm not exactly sure. It's interesting how they got this effect as well. Yeah, no, I think that's definitely, I think that definitely goes under him. We might have to change the settings. We might have to change the size here a little bit as well, to try and get this to fit. But it's really interesting how they went about giving the effect of like 3D to this, because obviously it's literally just this extra piece that kind of gives it that three-dimensional look, when it's really just, you know, another asset. I guess that is kind of the space that we need to be. It looks like Mr. Akatsuki already kind of gave us a little hint here as to where we need to place this piece. I suppose right about there is probably good. Let's see. If we slap that... Ooh, that's actually looking really good already. If we slap that under the gold... No, that doesn't look correct. It's definitely meant to go over the top, because I think it's supposed to be like it's embedded into the gold, you know what I mean? Alright, so let's tackle... What do we want to do next? I guess let's do the face. This is kind of funny because, like, it's almost like we have a couple of different face plates to choose from. I figured that since he is so easy to build, we can just do all three, because in the original video as well, obviously he goes from having his eyes closed to, you know, having his eyes open, and then the little smirk there. This should be like the very top layer. Yeah, we want that boy to go all the way up. Again, layer your layers. Name your layers, kids, because you'll regret it if you don't. Alright, I do want to look at this image. Will actually be a little bit of a better reference for... Here, let me see if I can do that. Here, I want my other image back. There we go. Just give me a little bit of a hair. There we go. I literally just want to use the spacing for reference. Okay, so just eyeballing it. Let's see. It looks like it would go about there. Yeah, that looks about correct. We'll keep it there for now. Alright, let's zoom out again. And then we'll put our face plates. I guess we'll have to kind of divide our face plates up here a little bit, just because, well, I mean, I transfer them over all as one piece, but I did do that on purpose. So let's just do this. Let's click this. Bada bing, bada boom. Again, I'm sure that there's more ways to do this that are a little bit more efficient. I say this like literally every single rebuilding the asset video, but again, I'm an amateur. Part of this series is not only learning how to rebuild all of the assets themselves, but also part of the you know, point of this series is also to get a little bit more familiar with Photoshop and stuff like that. So hey, why not do both at the same time? We'll take the Mira smirking face for now, because that can be something that I add in off screen. You don't really need to, you know, see me just adjusting it. It is very creepy, though, to see him without a face. This literally almost is just like an SH Figuarts figure, where you have the different face plates and stuff like that. Okay, so I assume your hairline is a little bit closer to that. Yeah, you can still see some dark in his actual hair. The ears definitely cover up some of it. Actually, I think the hair, now that I think about it, should go behind the body for sure. Oh no! I think I may have forgotten his neck? Or is his... No, I think maybe his head is just that low. Interesting, because I believe that should be the hair. Okay, so wait, so let's see. This is the body, right? We want this. So we'll do that, and then we'll select these two. And then we'll move all of that down. Beautiful. Is his neck really that thick? Holy cow, bro. That man got a chunky neck. Alright, it looks about good there. Maybe I'll see if I can't take a look at a zoomed in take of Mira on the sidebar here. It looks about correct, having it be right there. We'll move it up just a little bit. That's the actual image. Whoopsie. We need to go back to our main canvas. We want just like a little bit of a shadow there, yeah. We don't want his neck to be too chunk. Actually, that turned out pretty well, all things considered, for me just kind of eyeballing that. Though I will say, it looks very weird with him smiling. I'm not used to Mira giving me that caress, like, I don't know. I don't really know. I was going to say that caressive smile, but I don't think that's actually a word. Alright, I think we are pretty much good, ironically enough, on the head. We'll keep it there for now. Again, if I want to do any minor adjustments later, we can always do that as well. It looks like to me, though, that his eye actually does usually place just about there. Actually kind of looks like it's a little bit more over. I'm using the wrong arrow key. Whoopsie. There we go. No, that's his main hair. I can't tell what's his main hair and what's not. No, that's not... Wait, what? Where did his hair go? Oh, it's because they're all still together. I'm being a stinky brainer. There we go. No! Hello? Why is this happening? Oh, what? How did you get locked? What is this? Don't lock it. I don't want you to lock it at all. Get that garbage out of here, bro. Alright, I believe it's a little bit more like this. I'll do some minor adjustments on this kind of stuff a little bit later because we want to get the actual base build down. We're wasting too much time. It's time to move on to the body. Dang, bro. My man really do be dummy thick, especially for a furry, bro. That's crazy. Alright. Let's go ahead and attach the arms. So this part, I will say, it's going to be a little bit difficult. Especially considering I'm not exactly sure if these are the right arms, I'm going to be honest with you, because there were a couple of upper arms and lower arms, so we're basically just going to be doing some trial and error here. Oh my gosh, it's so cursed. I don't think I can post the smiling Mira asset, bro. It's kind of hurting my soul a little bit, I'm not going to lie. I'm not used to seeing him smile. He's never happy, bro. I mean, I kind of feel bad for the guy, all things considered. Let's actually go ahead and get rid of that. There we go. Man, it's times like these when I really wish Dokkan's assets were better quality. Let's merge that together. That's going to be interesting to see how that goes on. Let's go ahead and slap that on the top. Because I feel like it should look natural, right? It might be the wrong asset. We'll have to see. Because I feel like it should just naturally merge with it, right? You know what I'm going to do here? Here, give me a sec. Alright, so I actually got new arms because I realized that the arms that we had didn't actually line up with the Mira pose that we were trying to do. I know, look at all this stuff here. So organized, I know. Anyway, we're going to put these new arms on Mira because I do believe that these ones are the ones that actually fit on him. They look that way to me. Again, unfortunately, since these assets aren't labeled that way or anything like that, I basically just have to eyeball it. And so I'm literally eyeballing it by the fur, right? We have the same pose here. It looks like those two little hair tufts meet with those, same thing here. So we are actually going to ba-bam, get rid of that right there. And then we are going to go ahead and slap that on there, and that's already looking like a better fit. Obviously, we want it to look natural. I guess that little section right there is there to make sure that you can tell where it lines up, because it literally lines up perfectly with Mira's arm here. Yeah, it literally lines up perfectly, and that actually looks really, really good. Okay, I like it. I like it. I think Mira's pretty happy about it too, considering he is starting to grow arms now. Let's flip this one. It would be counterclockwise. Yeah. So it should be the same thing on this side. Oops, didn't mean to zoom out. Zoom in on that, boy. Very, very nice. This one is pretty easy to line up too. Sometimes these things are a little bit harder to line up. But since you can literally just, you know, move them around a little bit and kind of play with it how you want, or, I mean, you can literally just do this, and if it lines up, you know, if it looks good, then it looks good. If it gets a little bit thicker, that's incorrect. Let's see, how does this look? Is this off? Yeah, it's definitely off. Yeah, it's like that. Okay, cool. Yeah, because if we do this, then it gets even bigger. All right. That is already looking pretty good. I will say, it kind of looks too high up. But I don't think so, considering how that looks. I guess it just must be a little bit of a straight pixel there. That is looking really, really good. It's still going to bother me that that's how his face looks, but whatever. So we do know that these are obviously the correct hands for the boy, because, of course, since we're doing the open palm pose, we, of course, want... Not that one. We want this one. Look at that pose, bro. So these are obviously like that. Because, I mean, well, they're the only ones that look this way, so we can't really mess that one up. The arms are just a little bit harder because, obviously, since his arm moves, and they all kind of look the same, you know, it's supposed to give the effect of the fur moving, it's a little bit more difficult to tell what we're looking for here. Unfortunately, this image does cut off here because there's not really a good zoom, but I suppose we can still kind of use the connection. This one is going to be a little bit weird, though. It does look like that black line is still there. I am almost wondering if it lines up with this. That looks like too much, but it kind of looks like a perfect fit right there almost, or just about right there. It looks like there's a little bit more space maybe. There's a little black line there, so I think that probably lines up. It still doesn't look correct. Maybe if we tilt it a little bit, it'll look good. We need to just get the perfect position for it. No, because then if we tilt it, I don't think it lines up as well, because it definitely looks like that the black line here, right, lines up with this line here, and that line doesn't even look that big. And I think the only way to really do that is connect it here, but that still doesn't look correct. Maybe it is tilted a little bit. Let's see, how does it look here? Is it about the same? Yeah, I don't know. That looks pretty much the same to me. I mean, we could basically just slap it there and then call it good, all things considered. I don't think that many people are going to really notice that anyway. I mean, unless you watch the video. Thank you, by the way. Like and subscribe if you're enjoying it. Alright, that actually looks okay right there. Let's zoom out a little bit and just see how it looks in a little bit more natural. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good. I think that's good. Okay, let me see. Where did his other arm go, bro? I know, we're all over the place here. Oh, in the meantime, let's also delete this. We have to bring his torso up a little bit. We will bring that layer above this one, because obviously that's going to be going under his body, but not under his... this. I don't really know what to call that. Bro, literally, it kind of looks like he's wearing a diaper. I kind of hate it. I kind of hate it. I'm not going to lie, bro. Mira, I didn't think you were that type of guy. I'm going to be honest. But hey, you know, whatever floats your boat, man. All right. Moving back in here. Let's go ahead and get this adjusted. They did a really good job with this animation, though. I will say, I was quite happy to see that they gave the boy Mira some love. I'm not that big of a fan of the Xenoverse series. I know my boy Dust is rolling in his grave hearing me say that. Not that I dislike the series. I have Xenoverse 1 and 2. I didn't beat either of them. So maybe I can't make that assumption fairly, all things considered. But I I'm not the biggest fan of the gameplay, but I do think that these characters are really cool. Obviously, since I'm the Resident Hero simp, I also, you know them from Heroes as well. That actually looks clean. Hold up. I didn't even mean to, like, get that so perfect. That actually worked really well. Is his arms about equal in the... Here, you know what we can do? We can take a little tool here. Yeah, it looks like they're about even in that art. So I think we should attempt to emulate the same thing with ours. Let's go ahead and look at Mira's... Bro, his bottom half be looking kind of sus, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's get rid of this for now. I should really just get rid of all of this when I start recording and get it off. But then the problem is that after I like do a couple of assets, I always end up needing something from one of the sheets, you know what I mean? Okay, so that's about lined up there. I think this arm is a little bit better in terms of the way that it's lined up, though. Like, to me, it looks a little bit more natural. So how many pixels is this? Let's see. Only one? Really? Okay, so I guess that's only 1 pixel off. So if we use... What finger would that be? The ring finger, I think? If we look at that on the other side of Mira... It sounds like a weird song. The other side of Mira, and we just slap that boy up real quick and get him about a bit. Forgot I need to get rid of the box. There we go. Click on Mira's hand, and then up 1. How does that look in terms of looking a little bit more natural on the arm? Yeah, no, that looks good. Do we need to move it over any? I don't think so. It doesn't look like it really matters, all things considered. No, actually, you know what? I think that does look better there, because that longer black line closer to where my mouse is kind of doesn't resonate well with me. I think that's good. Yeah, no, I think that's good. I think that's actually really good. It's not going to be perfect, again, like I say in every one of these videos. You know, this is literally me just eyeballing it and doing my best to try and, you know, get everything to look as nice as possible, and do my best to emulate what Dokkan gives us. So, again, forgive me if I, you know, I'm not perfect here. All right. Let's give the boys some legs. let's have them get rid of this ugly whatever this thing is. Oh wow, that is odd that it just like disappears into his body like that. We definitely need our reference image back here. It definitely looks like that the dark spot here is more so meant as like an accent for the V cut in his again, I don't really know what to call this. If there's a proper name for this, let me know in the comments section below. I think like right there looks good. I don't even know if... It kind of doesn't look like that there's anything there, but the problem is the other screen... Well, I guess they do have it. It almost kind of looks like it's just this one layer, though. Like, I almost wonder if... Oops, I didn't mean to move that. My bad. I almost wonder if the black here... Let's check this out. Let's get a little bit of a zoom in here. I almost wonder if the dark section is meant to merge with the... Ooh, that does look it. Yeah, that does look really close. I can't really tell if it's exact, though. I guess it doesn't really matter, but I also can't really tell, unfortunately, because of the quality of the images. I don't really see a shadow there. I honestly think that that's just like the black outline. No, I think that is how that's supposed to be, because I don't really see another darker shadow there. That looks correct enough to me. It also, like, if we put it back down here, that looks like way too much between, you know, the end of his waist and the V. So I think that's good. I'm sure it'll look a little bit better as well once we slap some legs on the man. I wonder if as well this is supposed to be hidden? It almost looks like too little. I mean, it does kind of look like that in the image. I'm just more so worried about like this little light here, or well, light. I guess this is more so just like you know, just some lighter shades of red there. But I'm almost wondering if that's meant to be like a measurement, or like, you know, kind of an indent like we have with the arms. I guess we'll keep it right there for now, and we'll just kind of see how we go. Again, not going to be perfect, unfortunately. Let's put this... how does this work, actually? No, it's because the extra piece of the coat is a separate piece. Let's just slap this under there. There we go. Look at that. It almost gives the illusion of it's 3D, but then obviously it's broken if we go there. Okay, so then I guess we need to put the waist directly under the cape. No? Okay, wait, hold on. Well, it definitely has to be under... So I guess we'll just move this down then, because I was going to say, this definitely has to be under this piece, no questions asked. That literally looks like, you know, how that connects there, pretty much. That little line is bothering me, because I don't really see it on the actual image. But at the same time, again, not going to be perfect. That looks okay. I'm trying to see. It's hard to tell where this actually lines up. Again, unfortunately, those high quality images are, you know, I almost said sparing. Well, I guess it's kind of true. Scarce when it comes to Dokkan. Let's grab his leg real quick. What leg is this? Is this the leg we're looking for, bro? Is this the right leg? Is this the left leg? Which leg are we looking for here? I believe that is actually the incorrect leg. That is the other thigh, though, that we're looking for. This one does look like it goes here. So let's actually, for the sake of things here, that layer is there. And then we'll bring this one all the way down. Wonderful. Alright, so this leg, we'll put it here for right now because we don't need it yet. Hello, sir. How are you doing? Oh, actually, that is in literally a perfect spot. Okay. So let's twist this counterclockwise. That looks correct. Yeah, okay. So we're going to have to see... This will also be another good piece of reference for us here, because obviously this looks a little bit short, that his cape is almost reaching the ground with how his legs are. So one thing we can do too is kind of use that as a way to gauge, obviously I'm just sort of eyeballing it here, but we can use that as a way to gauge how long his legs should be. Let's actually take a quick zoom in here. How far from the cape? I know it's kind of hard to tell. It's like right under his gold rings. Okay. So it should be definitely lower than that. So I think the solution to that then would actually be moving his entire waist piece down. That would be my guess. Let me see. Let me zoom in here. Bada boom. Sorry, I was just looking at something recording. I think we just need to move like this entire piece down here. This is... What is this? Let me get rid of this. What are you getting rid of here? Ah, leg. Okay. Leg. So let's actually stick that down there for now. This should be everything in between, I think, right? Yeah, okay, perfect. Alright, so let's undo move. We are going to move all of that down at once. Again, we can kind of do some readjustment here towards the end. But let's just move that down the whole thing. I do like the shadows, though. That is cool. It's, again, I think that this looks good for where the leg joins together, but it's definitely not long enough. Also, Mira is, like, really tall. At least, I don't know, from memory, I feel like he's really tall. Yeah, because this... how does his leg go together? Can we see that? Ah, kind of hard to see. It's hard to know. No, that doesn't look natural. That definitely doesn't look natural. It almost looks like he has, like, these straight lines here on the actual model, and it's not more like this. I think, like, there actually looks really good, because it kind of... The shadow is sort of met by the line. You know what I mean? That looks good. Okay, so we'll keep it there. That's more so to, like, the middle section of his shoe. So I think we still want all of this to be moved down. Let's go ahead and get rid of that again. Bada bing. Just give it a little bit of an accent. That's closer. I mean, the cape is pretty long, I guess. The only thing is, like, I also don't want to make this too long. Because, see, look, now that doesn't look correct. You know what I mean? And it also kind of looks like to me that the legs should be joined. I think that is actually it. Hold on. Now that I'm looking at this in this way, I feel like the like middle dark here, right? Not like the dark should be merged here. Because I think that the idea is that it's supposed to look like it's together there, not like that. Because, well, I don't know. Maybe that's just supposed to be shadows. It's kind of hard to say, but it definitely looks more... Yeah, because that looks really off. Actually, I wonder if... That almost kind of makes more sense if I'm really looking at it. It looks like it makes more sense with this line here, but then I guess he's not as tall. And then also, too, this leg is way too far because he has a lot more space in between his legs there. This is this is a little bit more difficult. This is definitely the most difficult part of the rebuild, if I had to say. All right, let me go ahead and adjust the legs a little bit, and then we'll come back. Okay, so I think I have the legs where I want them in terms of the waist, because this looks really awkward. We're going to hide that. This looks really awkward not being joined, and I think even on the actual art, it doesn't look like it's actually even to me, funny enough. It looks like it's uneven, so I think we're going to keep it like that, because his legs look kind of far apart, and his proportions down here are a little bit awkward, all things considered. I mean, I guess, you know, you're supposed to be looking at the furry part of him. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn the leg off. That is one thing I want to do, though, because obviously it doesn't really make sense for his legs not to be even, so we're going to do our little trick-a-rooney here and just see, see, that is definitely not even. It should be the bottom of his knee should be even on both sides. So what do we want here? Let's zoom out a little bit. Which leg are we lifting and which leg are we putting down? I think the leg on the right should be moved up. What was it, like 3 pixels? One. Oh no, whoops, I have the I think I have the other thing selected. I believe it's 1, 2, 3 pixels, I think, and then it should be even. We'll do our little test again here, but that doesn't look too bad. It still looks natural-ish. Again, it's kind of hard to say because it also looks like there's less shadow on this side of him, which is really weird. I don't know why they would design it like that, but hey, you know, what do I know? I'm just I'm just taking the funny PNGs and putting them together. I guess that also means though, oh no, wait, actually, I take that back. I was going to say we're going to have to adjust his legs a little bit, but I don't think we actually will. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so we'll keep his legs right there. Again, as unfortunate as it is with these things, because they can be never perfect, you know, I can keep infinitely playing with them forever and feel like that they should be perfect, but they never will be. So I'm just going to not bother and just leave it how it is. I think the leg looks good there, though. So I think the last step would be to go ahead and grab the final leg here. This boy has been waiting very patiently in the corner for his turn to be a part of the video. I believe it would be... Oh boy, clockwise? Uh-oh. Well, we're going round, boys. I made the wrong way. Listen, bro, if you go the wrong way, you have to be dedicated. You have to go the full 360. That's just how it works. I don't make the rules, bro. That's just how it is. All right. Zoom into that boy right there. Let me see. Let me see that boy. All right. So we want, I guess, the bottom of the shoe would be a good judge here. We like how this one is sitting. So let's go ahead and match it up to this, and then we can go sideways on the measurements here. We just want the bottoms to measure up. Okay, so we'll move that down. What is that? 4 pixels? Yeah, 4 pixels. Thank you. And then we'll click on you. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Zoom out. And then let's go ahead and make it a little bit more even with the knee. Well, actually, you know what? That kind of turned out pretty well, I'm not going to lie. It does look like there's a little bit more on this side, but I don't think that's necessarily a big deal. Wow, that actually... Huh. that worked out a lot better than I expected it to. Let's move it to the side a little bit just to check. One. Yeah, that looks a little bit awkward. That doesn't look too bad, but personally I think that looks a little bit better. So then I guess, what do we move this one then is the question. Ooh, You know what else this kind of makes me wonder? I wonder if, where's our leg here? I wonder if that is meant to meet up. Because that little arrow looks like it's the perfect size. Alright, so here's what we're going to do then. Let's grab both of our legs. And let's go ahead and move it up a little bit. So then it will be... Oh, wow, that actually looks perfect. Let me see. What if we... That's the wrong one. Wow. That is actually merged perfectly. Okay, I believe we sort of accidentally found what we were looking for there. This one's a little bit harder to tell because there's not as much of a... like a place that would kind of show you where it goes. But I think that actually worked out really well. All things considered. Yeah, it looks perfect. All right. I would say our boy Mira is now complete. Obviously, we have the different face sculpts to take care of. And I might end up adjusting his hair a little bit on the final product. But I believe that should be it. So, that's Mira, bro. This actually turned out really well. I am very excited that this did turn out so well. Because, well, I figured this was going to be a little bit more of an easy one, and all things considered, I think this is probably one of the easier rebuilds that I've ever done, and it probably turned out the best, all things considered. I think it's maybe just because it's a lot easier to do than maybe, like, I don't know, the bigger, like you know, like Goku and Gohan LR KO screen. That one was very difficult to do. Or like the Frieza had a little bit more like small parts. It didn't really have as much just like places that showed you where they merged together like a big puzzle, you know what I mean? But I think this turned out pretty well. If you would like to download the PNG of the homie, of course, link will be in the description below to the tweet. I always tweet out the link to the assets with, you know, these before I post the episode. Thank you guys so much for supporting that as well. I'm not going to do all the faces in this video because it's already long enough, but I will post the tweet with all three of these faces just because, I mean, I can literally just line it up with the face that I have now, and then, you know, it makes no difference basically. So you can get all those different faces there. Again, if you would like to check out Mira's assets and try something like this for yourself, maybe a different pose, maybe a custom pose like I was saying before, a link to that will be in the description as well. And the only other thing I have for you today is I actually have made a Patreon. If you haven't been watching my figure videos, I created one just so if you would like to give me that little bit of extra support, you can do so. And there are all kinds of cool rewards that you can see on the screen depending on the tier that you decide to pick. So if you would like to support this series, the channel, and me, you can do that. Don't feel obligated though, of course, but I figured I'd throw the option out there because I know some people have asked me for it in the past as well. But hope you guys enjoyed the video nonetheless, and I will catch you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. Apparently, YouTube thinks that if I don't tell you that, people don't actually do it. So there you go. Appeasing Susan, as it were. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Dokkan Assets out. Peace.